And queen takes
Yeah,
f3.
I
Oh,
can.
what is going on?
Hi, can you
Oh,
hear
this
me?
is going to be a fortress. I just don't see any hopes at all. This is very easy. Just rook back and forth.
Taking chess to the next level.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, yeah, nothing else to say. Wow.
Creating the future of the sport. Introducing the Champions Chess Tour. 10 months, 10 tournaments. The world's best players online and on TV.
So this is the broadcast tool here, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in all its glory. You can see the notation. You can also see the engine evaluation next to each move, and also how long they spend.
What I like is you can make your own moves on the board. You can check the alternatives to what the players did. And even for the moves you make, you get the computer evaluation here.
Fantastic.
I think you get it quicker and better as a premium member, such as yours truly. What I also like, there is a chat function. You can exchange things with people from all over the world. If you want to see something else, let's say you're watching a tournament and you want to see all the games at once, no problem displaying. I have no idea how many games there are, like 128 games at the same time. You can do even more. This is a team competition. You click on multi-board.
That's beautiful.
You can see all the 8 games going on at once.
You can see the games and standings, which I...
What we got? I'll click around. Games and standings here.
Yeah. Analysis, if we click on that tab,
Let's click on it.
You can see there it's a great little graphical illustration. The red line is 0, that is the absolute even mark. And if the white bars go up, the further up they go, the bigger the advantage. And the black bars show a black advantage.
Then there's a database, and here we get the alternatives. And if we click on a move in the database, bam, it gets played on the board.
Fantastic. And then the PGN can even be downloaded.
I like that feature.
Yeah.
Whatever tournament or game you're following, you click it and you open it in the program of your choice.
Yeah, and one of the great things I like to see as well is when we get a video from the playing hall. I like to see them in their seats, nervous, you feel the tension, you feel like you're there, don't you?
Chess is really becoming a spectator's internet sport.
Great that we can see that. And I also love to see the fact that we can get in some of our friends to join us during the broadcast. And it's all interactive, that's what we love. And
a lot of overview functions there.
a lot of great functions there, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you take advantage of all of them. Let's get back to the commentary.
Keep tweeting us, hashtag C24Live. We love to hear from you. Ask us anything, mainly about Lawrence life, but if you have other questions, they're also welcome.
Also send us anything you like about Jan, hashtag C24Live.
Absolutely.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to solve 100 endgames you must know. This is a course which is very interesting and very good to learn. I mean, it's an excellent course on Chessable, and let's see how many endgames I have already seen, or how many of them I can solve. So today I probably will talk a little bit less than in the banters, but once I finish the test, probably we can interact a bit, like a couple of minutes. So if I do not respond, or not take your questions, is because I have little time to solve the puzzles. So let's go and start with the first one. So obviously here knight wants to come to e5 c6, after b7 knight e5, if b8 knight c6 check, if king b6 knight d7, so it should be king b8. Yeah, so first one is good. So this is a famous position. I think it's maybe called. We still didn't reach the Vankura position. All right. So, uh, should I go rook g3 or not? Yeah, probably rook g3. Alternative. Okay. So maybe it is rook g4. Okay. So, um, now I should play rook g3, I believe. And I don't know, rooks h3, c3, b. No, b3 is not good. Maybe it's rook c3 could be okay. Alternative, rook h3. Alternative, where should I go? So king h2 is the move, or no, king h2 should be also a draw. Rook b3 maybe. Yeah, rook b3 is right. So rook a2. Now just king g3 or king h3, king g3. So the point is, after rook a1, if I go king g2, shouldn't it be a draw? Yeah. So whenever black plays a2, rook a3, and after that rook just, oh, it comes Kikarpov. Okay. No, I made small mistake. It should be back and learn next. So it's black to play. I do not see a lot of choice here. Must give check. Check. If knight d7, bishop f5 should be lost, and that's it. So learn next. If king is on g7, it's just a draw. However, the rook on f3 is controlling, so the only way is to bring rook to f8. I guess rook a8, check, 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 and rook f8. So now we just maintain king f7, king g7 loses, so king g8. Okay. So rook a6 is lost because of what exactly? Is it b5 king b4? Yeah, it's probably b5 king b4. So let's make king c6. Rook a6 is lost, so because of b5, so king b6. Yeah, this should be a draw somehow, right? Isn't it just a draw? Check, stay, okay, just somewhere. Alternative, okay, back, alternative, alternative. Okay, so if I take king b5, it's a7. So let me defend with rook h7, rook d5. If rook b8, king a7 is probably the point. I stay. What am I missing? There is some small tricks, I guess. Alternative. Rook g3, alternative. Okay, rook b3, rook a3. Yeah, I just stay rook a3 and rook b3. Okay, do not take rook e3. That's the only thing here. So check. Just rook a3. Okay, now it's a bit tricky. If I go rook h3, what's happening? Oh, that's no longer tricky. I have a time limit for the move, so I have to be a bit quick. So this I think I have seen. So if I go king g4, I should go king h6 and get g6. This is the way. But how do I do that? Is it h4 or king g4? Let's try h4, king g6. Now king g4. If h5, king f4 wins. So king f6. Now can I go king h5? Yes, I can. And now king g5, king h6. Okay, now it's just enough to calculate g3 or g4. So one of that is winning. So if it's g4, king g8, g5, king h8, h5, king g8, g6, h takes g6, h takes g6, king h8 is draw. So let's go g4, h5. Okay, both are winning. G3. Yeah, this one I got wrong. Yeah. Okay, thanks. So here, black to move, can he draw? Why shouldn't he draw? So if I go king c3 or king a3, yeah, this is slightly tricky, as normally king a3 is the move. Then you go knight c6, bishop c7. Should be draw somehow. Knight b7. Even bishop b6 is a draw. Okay, let's stay with bishop c7. Yeah. Okay, king a6. So idea is b7, bishop e5, and king a7. And I can't go king b8 because of b8 queen. So it's important to get the bishop to b8. Oh. So if knight f3, king g2, black is just winning. Yeah, this book is good, good to learn for any level. It takes some time to understand the concepts, but it's really useful, I believe. So where can I play? Knight f3, h4, and knight h4 back. That's it. So usually knight e3, knight f1, knight h2, knight g4 is no. Okay, knight g6 is the way, right? And now knight e5 should be enough to get to g4. Yeah, this is true. Wow, what's this? I remember there is a position where if the pawn is on b3, a4 with the black's pawn on b4 and the king on d4, king on d2 is a draw. I can't draw the arrows here, but this is strange draw. And here I think if white takes king h5, king b3, b5, king c3, b6, king d2, b7, c3, queen, and c2, which is a draw. So you do need this pawn. So therefore king h4, and it's pretty, yeah. Okay, so the same end game, but we got to this queen. In this position, we have the pawn on h5. So queen b2, I guess. Alternative. Okay, so queen b4. Yeah, and queen c3. Alternative. So where do I go? So the main idea is if the pawn on h5 is not there, black simply holds by bringing the king to a1. So that's the reason why we did not capture the pawn on h5. Now white just needs to bring his king closer to the c2 or e2, whatever, and it should be made. But right now I need to find a winning move. Is it queen b2 or queen c4? Alternative b2? No. So what's the move which is winning? Queen f4? Alternative. Okay, so what all did I try? Queen b2, queen c3, queen c4 I tried, queen c5, alternative, queen a3, queen e4. Okay, at least that's right. Queen d4. So now black is trying to get to a1. So after queen c2, it's stalemate. So this is the time we need to bring the king. Yeah. So now we can capture the pawn. So check, check, or queen c3, queen b3, and without the pawn on h5, king a1 is just a draw. But here just king, it's winning for white. Okay, it's nice mate. But that's winning, no? Queen a2, queen a1. Okay, queen c3, I guess, or queen queen c3. Alternative. Okay, king d3. Yeah. What is so this is with the pawn on b3, even if white cuts two files, it's still a draw because black king stays on e5, and whenever white king comes to a3, b4, black simply gives checks. So I believe that it's rook h4 and just b4 and king b3. Wow. He can. Okay, so f4 is losing because king e2 and king f1, and and king g3 is losing because of the check. So therefore it is king h3. And king g3 is once again losing, yes. King g3. But that's the only move. What do I play here? Guys, I can't answer your questions because as you can see the green one which is going, so I have to solve before that. So that's the reason why I am unable to answer your questions. King g3, b6, f3, b7, f2, queen, king g2. Is this winning for white or it's a draw? It's probably just a draw. Yeah. Oh, but where is the black to play? Okay, so if the pawn is on c4, this is lost for black. But here this is pretty easy draw. King a5. Okay, d5 should be the main idea, but okay, this is pretty easy, I believe. King f4, king c3, king b5, king b3. Yeah, it's draw, and this is easy. Yeah, as I mentioned, if the pawn is on g5 and rook a5, this is winning for white. Yes, it is. So here, king e5, rook f3, but then we have checks. So why don't I give some checks first? Let's give check. And then king e5. Well, now he needs g5, after which king f5 is just a draw. Otherwise, king on g3 can't really, come forward, so he can push the pawn. The only way is if I move my rook from h5. So let's stay with the rook on h5. Yeah. White to play. So always calculate which is forcing, that is to bring the king. So king b7, king f6, king c6, king f5, king d5. Sometimes, if the rook is on d5, this is winning. I mean, rook d6 is winning, but I can't get to the 6th rank. So how do I do that? Although sometimes it's better not to allow the king to center. So probably it is rook f2, king g6, king b7, g4, king c6, king g5, king d5, g3, rook f8, king g4, king e4, g2, rook g8. Yeah, so it's rook f2. Yeah. Okay, what's this? So I have to draw. So the question is king g4 or king g6. Interesting. King g6 is surely lost because king g6, king f4, h4, rook a6, king g7, king g5, h7, rook a7, king g8, king g6, knight, king f6, and it's lost. So king g4. No, h7 is lost, king h5 is lost, so king g5. And if I go king g6, king e6, king g7, rook g1. Is it h7 or h7 should be drawing here. Ah, this is draw. This is draw. This is easy draw. I'm not sure if it's king g6 or h7. Thank you guys. I guess it's 7, yeah. Why should it be bad? Another move. Okay, h7 is draw, but I am going to find another move, which is king g6. Now h7 is lost because of rook g1, king h6, and king f7. So king g7. Okay. Wow. Some of these positions have draw. I do not remember. So if rook f3, king g2, is this winning or not? I do know that g f3, king f2, king e4, bishop c5, check, king f1. That is the point of white. Is it gf3 or rook f3? Yeah, king. Should I have the g pawn or f pawn? That's the question. Because I can't get the king to h4 as bishop to, and that's it. I control the d8 check. Does anyone knows the answer for this one? Or maybe it's rook d3. Does it make any sense? Probably not. Well, I don't know actually, so I'm just gonna take it. Okay, so that's not bad. Somehow it worked. So now d8 is controlled, so I can get the king to h4. Okay, bishop f6 check. Can I go rook d5 here? Yeah, that's it, rook d5 and king h4. Ah, rook d2 check, of course. So rook d2 check, rook d3, and now king h4. Yeah. Okay, what is this? So a5 is just lost because after rook h5, a4, and it's king can't come. So king b5, king c5. Okay, a5, a4, king c4, I guess. Alternative. Okay, so a3 and king c4, king. Okay, so if I go king b3, king d3, and king b2, we had same position. Yeah, that's the reason why we had to learn this. Nice. Okay. Okay, there is not much I can do. So king f5, king e6, king f6, rook e1 is theoretically a drawn position. So king e6, and now, okay, I can give check or go rook a7. This is very tricky endgame. I remember this. Don't remember how to win it, but yeah, rook h8 is probably a draw because king g. How do I win this? Oh yeah, that's. I see. It's rook c7, rook f7 check, and rook c7. Oh, rook d7. Okay. And now king f6, king e7. Okay, that's tough. King g7. I have no clue. I simply have no clue about this. e6. I know that the rook should be on a5, but I'm not getting there. Is it e6 or no? King e8. Okay. And now e6, I guess. Rook d6. At least now e6 should be winning. I still can make mistake. e7, rook b8. Rook b8, or made so many mistakes now. I'm really scared to make a move. Yeah, rook d2 should be enough. Rook d1, rook d3, or rook d4. Okay, rook d5 or rook d6. Rook d6, rook d5. So I played all the moves in this. So let me go rook c8, and that's it. This was tough. This was really tough. White to move. Can he draw? Why shouldn't he draw? looks pretty okay. I see why he cannot draw. So c5, king e2 is losing. Is it? Yes, it is. So if I go king f2, then it's a draw. King f3 is also good, no? King f3, what's the problem? King f3, king d2. I need the position, of course, yes. And that's a draw. So where do we go with the king? King c4 looks like a bit ridiculous, but usually it works. I forgot what is which square. King e5 is definitely not the one. King c5 is possible. King c5. Yeah, there is some position where it's just losing. King c6. Wow. So king c6, rook e7, king d5, king d3, e5, rook e8, e6, and that's, yeah, I'm not sure of king c6, but okay, let's play alternative. So maybe king c5, alternative king c4. Okay, it's pretty much same. King c6, c5, c4, all are good. Just king e5 and e6 is not good. Yeah, all three are good. King c, yeah, king c4, king c5, or king c6. Black to move, can he win? What do you think? Can he win? So white's idea is to go king h6, g5, h5, and g6. So we have to stop that. So if king, how is white going to win here? Black has one more piece on c2. I think I found an idea. Should get bishop g6 with king on f5 with king h6, white pawns on h5, g5, which is winning. That's the winning position. Now we need to figure how to reach there. Yes, exactly. But how do we reach there? Because after king e5, king h6, king f4, yeah, that's it. No, it's wrong. King e4. Yeah, the reason king e4, okay, after king e5, h5, you don't have king f3. So that's the reason why king e4, and now king f4, g5, bishop g6, h5, and king f5. If someone has solved it, great. And now black to move, can he win? So black pawn is queening and white's h7 pawn is queening. Okay, how do we win this? Right, rook g3 should be the move. If king h8, then okay, it will be lost somehow. King h6, then king f7 and rook h3, which is also lost. So yeah, king e4 is the right move for the previous position, whoever has solved it. King e5 is not good. And after rook g3, bishop takes g3, c1, h8, queen. Can you guys find the win? It's probably winning. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is easy. So just king f7. Check. Yeah. Black to play. So bishop d5 doesn't really help, does it? Okay, but bishop e4 looks good. Bishop e4 and king b7, because after f5, bishop f5, right? Yeah, queen g5 and king f7. Yeah, now bishop e4, right? Because after f5, I can simply, okay, actually king b7 is also good, but I'm probably missing something. No, nothing. Yeah, this is just the draw. Yeah, if king b6, it's lost, yes. White to play. So bishop f5 obviously is not the way, because otherwise this wouldn't be a puzzle. So it must be g4. Let me make g4. But g4, bishop e3, g5, g6, g7, queen, and g4, king h6, g5, king h5, bishop f5, king h4, bishop somewhere, king g3, f5, king g4, g6, and yeah, that's it. So if g5, why not g5? Bishop f5 is just a draw after bishop e3. Yeah, g4, bishop e3, g5. G4 is the, I know, yeah, so many times with this group what was that, gambit or defense, which I was playing in during Banter Blitz. So do not take f takes e5. Just move the bishop somewhere. f5, f6, and just winning. Okay, this is difficult. Why do they have such difficult ones? I'm not sure. So rook g8, rook g5 is the main idea of black here. Need to get the king to some strange square, and this is winning. Yes, it should be king f8 and queen f7. And when the rook is not on g5, it will be captured with some checks. So let's start the process. Is it okay? Keep next person. Black to play. Wow, I should go to g5. Huh? What else can I do? It's incorrect. Rook g7. Surprisingly, it's a draw. And this is not a draw. Wow. I really had no clue. Some very long check works here, but it's too long. Do we get that? Yeah, I know it's not allowing king f7, but how do we get the queen? King to f7 and queen to f6 or f6. So queen c7, king h7 doesn't really help. Oh, this was tough. Yeah. No, king f2, no, this is king is on f6. I need queen to e5 and king f7, so that's winning, guys. But how do I get that? Yeah, probably just king f7. Oh, it's winning. And now rook g7. Okay, that's really nice. I learned something nice. So if king e7, rook g5. Queen is on d4. So I need to get the queen to c4 in order to have the king on f8. So if I go king e7, okay, it rotates. Black to play, okay. I guess rook g7 is the move. White to play. So is it king f7? Seems like that. Yeah. Now king f7. Okay. Now queen versus rook is extremely difficult. I think there is an article about it, but also there is a peek inside which you can see what you're going to find about this. Well, it rotates because it's giving the perspective from both the defending as well as the winning side. So white to play. Okay, I can't defend this pawn on g6. So if I So king c6, bishop c7 with pawn on b5 is winning. That seems like pretty easy. Bishop c3 shouldn't be the obvious. Yeah, the squares are a bit confusing. Not easy. But this is fun. This is fun. Why don't I play bishop d6 here? King g6, b4, king f6, king, okay, king f7, king d5, king d8, king c6. And that is not enough, I guess. Not easy at all. Ah, maybe bishop to d6, alternative, okay? This could be bishop c5. Alternative. Yeah, bishop c5 I thought should be the winning move, but bishop c5, bishop d6 are equally good. It's not bad. But obviously we have to find something which is given in the book. Maybe the author likes this the idea of making the king going all over the place, or what? King d5, I hardly doubt, highly doubt about it. Bishop c3, incorrect. Okay. Bishop e1, okay. That was not part of the plan anyways. King f4. So he's trying to bring the king to c4. So maybe bishop d6 was after all pretty easy. So if b5, king e3, king c6, king d4, and that's probably a draw because king c4 will happen. Yeah, I need to be a bit careful here. So b5, king e3, king c6, king d4. Yeah, bishop 2, king c4, bishop b6, bishop moves. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Somehow feel it is bishop f2. No, b5, okay. King e3. No idea. This is need to get the bishop to c7, and then it is pretty easy win. No, bishop h4 is not an idea. Okay, so that's the winning. Yeah, I think I figured the winning stuff. I need to kick the bishop from d8. Okay, so let's do this. Bishop. Okay, king c6. Yeah. Um, Bishop f2. King b7. Wow. King c4. And then king a6. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. This is really good one, guys. It's very tough, but it's really pretty. Yeah, bishop d6 is also winning, I guess, here. So who is winning? Okay. It's black to play, and I think draw is enough, I guess. Yeah, king c6, king b7, king a6 is the idea. Really nice. I had zero chance. Black to play, okay. e4 obviously loses because of rook f5 and rook h5. So let's give check. No, king e4, rook f8, king e3. No, let's give check. Is king d3 an option, or I want to take rook h7, king h7, king d3, but rook d8, king e3, king g6. No, that's not enough. So if king d3, I'm afraid of rook d8, king e3, rook e8, king f4. So that should be the point of this move. King d3. No, take it. And where do we go? King d3. King c3 or king c3 or king c4. King c3, king e3, king g6, e4, and king f3 should be a draw. King f2. Well, don't make. I'm not sure if I have. Okay, that's fine. Still, sometimes you can lose such a position. It's not uncommon. White to play, and what's happening? C5, king b4. Maybe rook a6, because after rook c5, king b4, rook c1, c5, rook b1, king a3, rook c1, rook d5, that should be lost. because king b2, king b3, c4. Mm. Yeah, rook c5 is probably lost because king b4, rook c1, c5, rook b1, king a3, and most likely white has to play rook c1, then rook d5 with the idea king b2 and king b3. That should be lost. Well, rook h5, rook d5 is not possible. That's a good start. Well, rook h5 is actually pretty good. King b4, king b2. No, rook h5 should, no, incorrect. King e3, king b4. Ah, yes, of course. Now this is a draw because of black doesn't have rook d5. No, nice. But how rook d5 was? Rook h5, g5, all this is losing. Black to play. Can he draw? Okay, he should be able to draw this. Why is this so difficult? Bishop c2 looks normal. Bishop a4. King c5. I do not understand. Just king comes. Maybe this. No. King d4. Bishop c2. Bishop g6. But why did I do all this? No idea. Okay. Okay, so we should learn this. So that's the reason why. Yeah, I am not sure if bishop c2 or such things are lost. What is this? Queen versus two knights is bishop on knight is a draw with bishop on b7, knight on d5. But this, how is this a draw? There is a fortress. Should be fortress. So Marco says, today I am without Coca-Cola. Yeah, it creates a fortress. Well, knight c4, no, knight c4, a takes b7. This is a fortress. Just have to figure how. It's not d6, b7. It should be Knight f5, king h3. If knight d4, h7. That's not really a fortress, right? I don't know, but it should be knight f5. Probably it seems like the only way. This is really tough. Okay, alternative. At least I got some. Obviously, I can't really trap the queen. That's not going to happen. Knight c5, a7. What's the fortress? Okay, two knights versus queen will be lost because king will enter somewhere. So that's why I need the right fortress. I'm just gonna play this. No, knight c5. Okay, so knight c5 is the right move. A7. Wow, I have no chance. I have no chance of solving this. Check. No. This alternative. Where should I bring the knight even? That's knight e8. No. I thought to get the knight to e6, but he wouldn't let me. So maybe this, this, this. No. Okay, knight e6. Okay, this is a fortress. Good to know. So guys, this after queen, this is a draw. And that is something which I learned today because I was not aware of it. So f6 should be the move. G takes f6, g5, f7, king e7, king c5, g4, king d4, king f7. Yeah, but anyway, I should go for f6. If king e6, king c5, yeah. So g5, king e7, and now g4. Yeah, this is not so difficult. Black to move, can he win? Well, he can't lose. King g3, that should be winning. King f1, f4, f3, f4, g5, f3, g6, rook. Oh no, rook a1, rook e1. Maybe I can start with f4. And now king g3, king f1. Rook h2, g6, or f3, g6, rook h2, king e1. It's not easy. Not easy at all. f3, g6. f3, g6, rook a1, rook e1, guys. It's not winning. Rook e1, king e1, king g2, g7, f2, king d2, queen, queen check. So that's not winning. Rook a1, rook e1. So it's no point. Anyway, it should be f3, g6, and now there should be a nice way to win. If rook h2, king e1 is the only move. No, it's rook h2. I should go rook h2, king e1, and if rook h1, king d2, f2, rook f6, f1, rook f1, rook f1 on g7, and it's gone. So f2, king e2, after rook h1, rook f8, rook e1 check, king d2, and rook rook. No, I don't have rook. Stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think I found the solution. So it's f2, king g2, and king g1. And now rook g2 is just winning. f1 is probably not enough. So rook g2. Wow, way to play. And who is going where? All right. So if b4, what happens? b4. Oh, this is nice one, guys. Don't. I found the solution. So it's b4. B takes a5, B takes a5, b5, a takes b6, a5, b7, a4, king a7 or c7, a3, queen a2, king b6, king b2, king c5, and we'll find win there. Yeah, so that's the win. I hope. No, bishop. Should we go king c5 or king a5? Would say both are winning. Let's go king c5. Yeah, so the idea is to get queen d2 check, king b1, king b4, and king b3. G3 or gf3. There was some game in such a position. So if g takes f3, king h3, and that's lost because king can't come back to b1 square. So g3 should be the move here. G3, F4, G takes F4, King takes F4, King F1, King E3, King D1, King D3, King F2, King C3, King F2, King B3, King E2, King F4, King D1, King B3, King C1. Yeah, so it's G3. Uh-huh. Why don't I take? If I take the pawn, what happens? King E5, D6. D6, Rook D4, Rook B6. That should, is it winning or not? I'm not sure actually. It might be a draw. Ideally, I would like to have the pawn on, have the rook on D1. Now rook E6, rook C5, and rook D5. The obvious move is rook A6, but usually in studies it doesn't work.
Es así, boludo.
Okay, let's take. Yeah, it's wrong. Rook E6 is the move, right? Why didn't he go rook C5? I do not understand. Anyway, should I go B6 or C6? E1. And this is winning, okay. New. How do I get the bishop? So if I go king e6, king d3, king f7, king e4, king e8, king d5. There, okay. So then it's bishop e7 is an issue, right? It's king e4, that will be fun. Just like this move, king e4. Probably it's not good. I gain a tempo, so there is a point to it. So king e4, bishop g3, bishop f6 or g5, bishop c7, king d5, king d3, king c6, bishop a5, king b7, king c4. Yeah, that's I don't know which side I should go, but this looks this should be somehow winning, I guess. No, king d5. Okay, king d3. Ah, yeah, of course, king c6, and now, yeah. If bishop e7 or f6 and king b7. Maybe this, king p5. King p6, okay. Alternative. Okay. Yeah, it's queening. Okay, so I got 20 more. Wow, what is this? What is this? So bishop b5 or d takes c5? Bishop b5, king d6. Hmm. It should be bishop b5, king d6, d takes c5, king c5, bishop d7, f4, king e2, e4, bishop h3, f3, king e3, king d5. No, that's not. Bishop g4, and yeah, that should be sufficient, I believe. Alternative. Okay. How is that an alternative? No, king move. What should I do? Bishop f5 is the move. Okay. So what happens after d takes e5? King d5. Bishop e4, king d6, d takes e5, king e4. 5. No, that's not enough. That's not enough at all. Oh, this is really good. I need the king to reach d3 and then bishop a6 is a draw, but the problem after d takes c5, king c5. Yeah, yeah, d takes c5 seems most likely. Could it be that bishop e4 check, king d6? Does it help? Does it help in any way? Should be d takes e5 is too simple. I don't believe this, but okay. No, it's incorrect. D takes c5, king c5. King on d3, it's a draw. Ah, yes, 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 of course, yes. Right. Yeah, I can hold with bishop on b1 and king e2 on king d3. That's correct. Yeah, I guess pretty much everything is a draw here. I just don't know what's the move because I need to make some moves. Okay. So king d. Let's attack. King d3, c2, bishop e4, bishop d3, bishop e6, g6. Okay. So king c2, bishop f7. No. Bishop f7 is a no. So maybe he just takes. King d1, king c1, king d2. Okay, doesn't matter. I do not understand, but this is just a draw. And king d2, king d1. Yes, he can. Knight e6, knight d4. Isn't it a winning position? This is from Anand's game, I think. This is winning. Oh, this is so tough. This is tough. So 8-7 is just a draw. King f3 or g3, one of these moves. King g3, king g4, king g5, or king f5. black to play. Do I have a lot of choice here? Okay, I have king d6. King d6, king e6. I guess the point is after king rook b4, king f5, rook h4, f4, and that's lost. Is it? Yeah, that's lost. So king d6. Okay, now king e6 looks a bit strange. Let's take the pawn. Rook h4. And now rook h6, rook h4, and that's a draw. Do I have some more or? '41, yes, I did. Ah, yeah. Um, okay, okay, sure. So guys, how are you? How are you today? It was pretty interesting. Still some more I think are there, but yeah, pretty sure we should be having. This is really tough. Pretty interesting end games. Of course, some of them you do have alternatives, which means that these are equally good, but you need to find what is in the course. Um, and yeah, yeah, okay. So thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed solving end games with me. Of course, it's not easy to solve these end games because these are good and interesting and tough ones. So as you learn various times, you get familiar with the ideas, and then it becomes easy. But yeah, I'm going to try once some more times, and of course it's like you remember some of these end games, but generally you cannot when you have to solve or study or play, sometimes you it takes time. And I think in like 1.5 hours from now on, I'm going to play hand and brain against I mean, my hand or brain would be Lê Quang Lim, Grandmaster from Vietnam. So do join us, and there we are going to chat much more. And yeah, I will be glad to learn some new language or new language. Language is tough, but let's say some words from new language. So thanks a lot, and see you in a while.